takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators offense will take the first swing of the game. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
And it's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
From the gun, running back on the move. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? We're going to get a lot of answers today.
Just witness something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. Oh, we got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The hand to the running back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down to the 16. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide-open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds.
And the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season? This guy is that. Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this game.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will get the ball for the first time. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways of how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
Running toward the tape. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll throw it on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, a little bit short of the first down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Off the play fake on first down. Now improvising. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. He does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, he gets a positive hit.
Using his legs, it's Welsh. At the 20, he's got space. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
This crowd knows when to bring it. He's got it on the run. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is understanding where the holes are in the zone, understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays every time.
I mean, quarterback and receivers just not on the same page on that pass play. I think it's so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. You just don't have it.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Colorado. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
On the ground, it's Daniels. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so we can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Wants to fire on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the defense able to drag it down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver.
Going up top. Catch inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down. They're trying to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Grabbed behind the line, it's Daniels. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gator! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it?
quarter will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working the middle, it's complete. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Looking for a man. It's Galladay. Dumps it off in the flats. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Buffaloes pick up the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose. The sticks and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that end route.
Trying play action. Finds the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They're working that left side. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
A nice job by the defense. They're tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find you in the passing game. A lot of different situations that time. Perfect coverage. A nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. They ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in his birthday if I allowed to push passes. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, the defense knew coming into this game that this offense was going to try and throw it down the middle of the field, so they knew that they were going to have to break on passes but also be really physical, tackle the catch, and knock the ball away. They were able to do that there.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
A 3rd and long coming up here. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They want to just keep throwing it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Gators decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Galladay. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Firing to the right, complete. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's going to pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Getting some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Feeling some heat. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Buffaloes want to crank the tempo. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. To the air, it's Galladay. Still looking on the move. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Now, listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
There's always sting when you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden it turns it into something positive. Just really annoying as a defensive guy.
Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short in your infield goal range. What do you do here?
The defense calls a timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Going up top on 1st down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short in the 1st down.
And he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Running back searching for a hole. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. They're getting this guy lathered up. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Now they'll run the draw. On the move at the 30. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Finds his big tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bucks. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense, understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a pass.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll leave it with him. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
The play action fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got his man to the left. And they exploit that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys in that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move. That really helped him pick up that first.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
The give out of the gun. Finds a crease at the 20. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Gators with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. A little screen to the running back. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the deep.
Touchdown, Florida! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest. best.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Abrams. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Shakes off the defender. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback. When you run these RPOs, man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Caught in the backfield. It's Daniels. And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
The give to the left side. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Let's go. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll immediately call timeout. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Direct snap. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And how about this offense? They haven't ran the football great today. But right now, when it matters the most, can you be good? Can you be physical? Can you tick that clock and run the rock?
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. The Gators will hustle to the line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Touchdown for this guy. He's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. But when you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
And the returner will be dragged down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit from this one.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Looking to throw, it's Galladay. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he intercepts it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Here's the handoff. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Ruiz. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
He looks that one in nicely. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you do.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Galladay. Pocket starts to collapse. It's complete to the left.
And listen, everything's 4-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game. So it's okay you didn't get the first down there, but now the pressure's on to convert this. Otherwise, it's ball.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Buffaloes are in the hurry-up. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum.